baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know
back in sliding up towards the half-forward line. That was fantastic. John's on the right boot, sets sail for goal from outside 50 metres. He brings it back. Sensational kick there by Lachlan Johns. That's his second goal of the afternoon.
It's 3 goals in 7 minutes. As Johns, can he line up for 2 in the space of 30 seconds? Sends it home, Lachie Johns. You're a superstar.
well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, it bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, it bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. Your love is too high, it bring me down. Can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Clap along if you know what.
Just some of the highlights of the year that was 2014. Still not done though. One more game to go this Saturday afternoon. My name's Dyson Baker. Welcome to 13:30 for the 2014 Chandler Medal Night. And without further ado, we'll introduce tonight's MC. Taking pick 8 in the 1994 draft off the back of winning the Lark Medal in the National Under-18 Championships, tonight's MC played 153 games with the Hawthorn Football Club before beginning a stellar career at Carlton spanning all of 9 games. In 2005, he made his way to Old Paradians in the VAFA before finally making his way to the Eastern Football League. After playing in 2007, he took on the role of playing coach in 2008, taking the Tigers to their first Eastern Football League premiership. After hanging up the boots in that year, he continued to coach the club until 2011. Finishing his time with the Tigers with a 56-16 win-loss record after playing finals in all 4 years as coach, he is now coaching back in the VAFA with St Kevin's, who this year were beaten by Old Kerry in the preliminary final. You can hear his dulcet tones every weekday afternoon from 12 to 4 on SEN 1116, hosting halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's MC, Daniel Harford.
Thank you, Dice. Good evening, everybody. Wasn't it great to have hair? It was terrific. Great to be here. It's great to be back as part of the Eastern Footy League community, and these nights are fantastic. We get to celebrate what's been a fantastic year, and as you know, as Dyson pointed out, I was involved for a couple of years at the Balwyn Tigers, the mighty Balwyn Tigers, who are playing off for another premiership this year against Norwood. What a challenge that's going to be, the Divi 1 Grand Final this weekend. I'm sure you're all looking forward to seeing how that progresses, but sometimes you hand over to a footy club and you think, gee, they're going to struggle after I leave. Turns out it didn't happen. They're going okay, the Mighty Ball and Tigers, but they've got a fight on their hands this week against Norwood, who have clearly been the best team in the competition in Divi 1. That's this week, that's Divi 1, but we're not just about Division 1 tonight. It's been a great year on many, many levels in the Eastern Football League. And Jared Wright's big hanger there just on the highlight reel. It's gone global, it's gone international. They're just one little highlight, little moments through the year. I'm sure there's been plenty of many others through the year as well that we haven't quite captured on film, but each person in this room will have a special memory that they'll take out of 2013, be it a single moment like that, the big mark or the special goal. It might be the special win that come from behind victory. It might be a premiership. Of course, we've had a couple of those already, and we congratulate Sylvan and Wani South and North Ringwood on the weekend for their premierships in Divi 4, 3 and 2 respectively. So a round of applause for those teams that have gone all the way this year in the Eastern Footy League. For those that get a chance, I know the huddle's very, very big on the radio here in the Eastern Footy League community, but Finey, and you should never ever forget Finey, by the way, from 7 o'clock on SEN. On Thursday nights he does an Eastern Footy League update, which is fantastic. The Bush and the Burb segment with Paul Daffy, I'm sure many people would have come across throughout their footy journey, and they really do get into the grassroots nitty-gritty of the Eastern Footy League. And I think it's great promotion, not only for the league, but for the clubs and for the people that make the clubs. And yep, there's plenty of people out there that are paid to do what they do on the weekends in the Eastern Footy League and many other leagues across the state and across the country. But there's a hell of a lot of people who work their backsides off to make it happen and to get the games to the whistle, to the first siren, at all levels, juniors, under-19s, seniors, reserves, all that sort of stuff, every single week. And they do it for nothing, they do it for the love, and they do it for the involvement. I suppose when you get to the stage of career where you can't play anymore, all you hang for is just to be involved. And that's why I still stay involved in local footy, because it's hard to give up. Footy's a drug. Once you're hooked for life. And everyone in this room that isn't playing but is a part of their footy club, they're hooked. And they're in it because it's not about them anymore, it's about the greater good. It's about a sense of belonging. And that's what footy clubs, sporting clubs in general, but footy is particularly an emotional you've got an emotional attachment to footy clubs. You invest so much time into it. Pre-season starts in November, December. The year doesn't stop effectively. You recruit, you're working out your admin stuff, you're trying to get back office stuff underway. And that's 6 months of hard work before you get to April, before you even bounce the ball in anger and see if you can have what it takes in any given year. And that's the beauty of local footy. That's the beauty of a league the size of the Eastern Footy League, is there's that many people around the place prepared to put their hand up and say, I'll do it. And I think that sometimes that gets a bit forgotten, so I think we should acknowledge the efforts of those people tonight, give them a round of applause as well. Not going to bore you too long. The last time I was out here was Rollerama. We had a great time. If you haven't been there, just down the road, the roller skating rink, it's terrific. The kids will love it. You people wouldn't have too many kids, or you blokes, but well, you might have, you just don't know about them. If you do, take them there, they have a hell of a time. We've got a lot to get through tonight. We have a hell of a lot to get through in the size of a competition like this, with the introduction of the netball this year, which is fantastic. What a great initiative that's been. It's time to open the night officially, and I welcome the EFL Chairman, Mr. Graham Helbish.
Thanks, Daniel. It's a great pleasure for me to make everyone especially welcome here tonight, 2014 EFL Chandler Medal Night, and it's a great pleasure, as Daniel mentioned, for me to have the first opportunity to also welcome our netball representatives, and it's great to have them with us tonight. The first year of our EFL netball comp has been a resounding success, and we're sure it's going to grow even bigger, better and stronger in future years. This is a night about celebrating, recognising and awarding excellence, essentially on the field by players. I want to thank and congratulate the players here tonight. Many of you would be leaders in your own teams and in your clubs, and you make, perhaps you don't realise the contribution that you make to this league in terms of it. Yes, it's It's a hard, tough competition, but above all, it's fair. And it can only be fair because the attitude of the participants is the way that we would always wish it to be in this great community football league. Some people say we're the best, we aim to be, and we hope that's the way that people continue to think of us. And there's no doubt in the mind of the EFL Board administration that it's the contribution that our players make, not only as people with good footballing ability, but with a great sense of responsibility to themselves, their families, their teammates, their club, and through that attitude to the league. And I commend you all for that and stress its importance. We also make a reference to administration tonight, just in a small way, and it's my great pleasure to present the first award of the evening. This year's All Trophies Achiever of the Year is awarded to someone who has had what most people in the EFL community would say is the most challenging role across the league. A former president of his club, he answered the call to assist when the club once again found itself in difficulty. Through tireless work and his ability to engage with others, he's led the charge in saving a proud football club and gained enormous respect once again across the football community. Despite a challenging year, the football club showed a tremendous amount of improvement both on and off the field and will move into 2015 with a renewed sense of hope and optimism. The very deserving winner of the All Trophies Achiever Award for 2014, and it gives me great pleasure to announce is Steve Weir from Scoresby Football Club. You got here eventually.
Totally unexpected this. I just thought I'd sit back and watch everybody else tonight. This isn't just for me, it's for all the other people on our table and all the people who do the work at our club. As every president knows, it takes a lot of people behind the scenes, and I was just saying to a few of our juniors yesterday at one of their presentations today that if anybody's contemplating getting on board at a footy club in a voluntary role or doing something, just do it, because without the volunteers, clubs wouldn't win premierships, i.e. Wantirna South yesterday. They've always been a proud club, and I just say thank you very much for this, but I don't deserve it, the club does. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Please enjoy the evening.
Thank you, Graham. And well done, Steve. I know it's been a pretty tough time at the Scoresby Footy Club in the last little while. Great effort, and just across the road. Fantastic. Didn't have to come far. Alrighty, we'll move on to some of the other awards, and I'd like to invite Jim Walker up to present the All Trophies Leading Goal Kicker Awards for each senior division. Round of applause for Jim. Now, if you are the leading goal kicker, I'll get you to come up and stay up, and we'll have a chat to one of the lucky ones. I'll pick one out, see how we go at the end. By the way, just if we can, as a common act of courtesy for the evening, can you turn your mobiles to vibrate or silent for the evening? You can still get access to the information. Doesn't mean we don't want you involved on social media. By the way, there's plenty of you young fellas and some of the older fellas around, and some of the older ducks, Joe Tregear, who love Instagram and Twitter, and we want you to get involved at that and hashtag Chandler Medal tonight with your insights, with your observations, with some of your photos. Get it out there on social media. The Division 4 winner of the All Trophies Leading Goal Kicker from the Warrandyte Football Club is Luke Dunn. Before season 2014, Luke had never managed more than 30 goals in any previous season of senior football. After round 3, he'd already bagged 16 and continued his rich vein of form right across the year, only held goalless on one occasion and finishing with 92 regular season goals and kicked another 9 in the Bloods 2 finals and brought up the grand total of 101 goals. What a great effort Luke done. The Division 3 winner from the Mitchin Football Club is Christopher Hogle. Prolific goal kicker at each club he has played at over his career. He finished the year, including finals, at 70 goals. His 2014 season backs up last year's haul of 57 in 15 games. As part of the core group of Tiger forwards, Hogle has led the charge on a number of occasions, including their big win over Mitcham in the qualifying final. The big win over Templestowe in the qualifying final, where he bagged 7 majors and combined with his brother for a total of 11 for the afternoon. So well done, Chris. The Division 2 winning goal kicker, leading goal kicker, was from the Croydon Footy Club, played on the weekend, Brendan Weinart. It was a breakout year for Brendan. Managed 65 goals in the 20 games. 2013 that was, last year. Fast forward 12 months, he's kicked another 9. He's kicked 74 for the year, and a key reason why the Blues had a chance at premiership success on the weekend. Rich vein of form, where he kicked 24 in 3 weeks, got him over the line, had bags of 10 against Waverley and 11 against Bayswater as well. Unfortunately for the Blues, they fell short on the weekend, but a hell of a year, Brendan. Well done. And for the Division 1 leading goal kicker, it goes to a young man from the South Croydon Footy Club, Jason Eagle. Coming off a 100-goal season at Shep United in the Goulburn Valley in 2013, the Hulk, excellent nickname, came to the Bulldogs at the start of 2014 and immediately slotted in, kicking 8 in the opening round of the year. It progressed pretty well from there, a largest haul of 11 against Knox in round 6. Missing 2 weeks of the season slightly opened the door for his chasers to come at him, but 6 in round 17 and just 1 in round 18 was enough to see him hold the title for 72 for the season. He can't be here tonight. President Mark Lumsden will be collecting the award on his behalf, but a round of applause for our 4 leading goal kickers for 2014. Where's Brendan? I want to have a chat to Brendan. Clearly, mates, that's a lovely award. I imagine there's something else you would have loved to have around your neck after the weekend, but the year you've had as a footy club, we'll focus on you in a second, but your footy club, it's been testing times the last couple of years for Croydon. How have you found it this year?
Yeah, for this year it was really good for the boys to start off this year with stringing together about, I think, 8 or 9 wins on the trot until we came against North Ringwood, who I guess for the year we just couldn't get the job done against them. They had us 4 times this year, and we only lost 1 other game for the year against Doncaster. But yeah, for the club that came down from First Division a couple of years ago, it was quite. I've been through the ups and the downs at Croydon Footy Club, so to go down and I guess reassess and last year make finals, and then obviously this year fall short of the main dance. Yeah, quite disappointing, but look, next year we'll get another chance, and hopefully we can get the job done.
And you this year, obviously, a big bag and lots of goals for the weeks, and carrying your team and helping everybody to help up the ground as well, obviously. How did you find your year? Are you getting better, or is it just one of the years you've got a lot of opportunities and converted?
Look, I'm pretty lucky with our midfield. We've got quite a number of talented guys for the midfield. But I guess, look, at the end of the day, when you're winning and stringing together a lot of games, the ball's coming down a fair bit. I wouldn't say I'm getting better. I'm getting older. But hopefully I've got a couple more years left in me out of the goal square. But my years of up the ground are well and truly gone.
It's a great effort, mate. We appreciate your time tonight. Well done. Enjoy the off-season.
Appreciate it.
Brendan Weinart. Thank you, Jim, by the way. Round of applause for Jim again, helping us out there. Jimmy Walker. All right, as has been mentioned a couple of times, 2014 marked the inaugural year of netball in the Eastern Football League. This year, a 12-team competition ran on a Friday night, comprising of 12 teams, at the Eastern Indoor Sports Centre. There were 10 clubs, 12 teams. We'll go through it. Blackburn, Baronia had 2 teams. Coldstream had 2 teams. Croydon, East Ringwood, Mitcham, Mirrabbark, Norwood, Ringwood and Wanturna South. So a wonderful start to what I think will be a growing competition through the years in the Netball League. Matches were a very competitive standard. They tell me, I didn't see them firsthand, apologies, but I didn't see them firsthand. And it's great to see the footy club supporting their netball teams. And I think that's been one of the great strengths in country Victoria, that the footy netball club has come together and become such a force in the local community. I expect that to be a part of the growth of this competition as well. There's a top 6 final structure culminating in a grand final last Friday night, which saw Boronia Gold take on Croydon. Boronia Gold came out victorious in the first season of Netball EFL. Round of applause for the mighty Boronia Gold. And for all the ladies that took part in the EFL netball competition in 2014. What it does do, apart from give plenty of young ladies the chance to participate in a fantastically run competition at a high standard, is a chance for someone to stand out and be the All Trophies leading goal shooter. And the winner, with a ridiculous number of goals, from East Ringwood is Lisa Baker. Come and have a chat to me, Lise. Now, 464 goals is a bloody lot of goals, Lise. 57 was your high tally. You were 40s regularly.
Yep.
That's like team scores in other leagues. Why are you so bloody good?
I'm not. It's probably the other girls I play with, and they just pass me the ball.
But you've got to finish. There's got to be something to it, Lise. How long have you been playing for?
Since I was 8, so I'm 40 now. So
You don't look it, Lise.
Thanks. I actually did better than that last year in the Yarra Valley. I actually 469 last year.
So you shit house this year. Is that what you're saying?
I was down.
Rightio. Well, she's tailing off, so I reckon we need a new coal shooter for the mighty East Ringwood. Are you, you're not Bakes' girl, are you?
Yeah, I'm his wife.
Oh, shit.
He was our coach.
Oh, was he? Of course he was. Can't stay out of it. Just leave him alone. No, it's a great year. The highlights of the season, what was it like being part of the first season?
Yeah, it was good. It was quite nerve-wracking because we didn't know what to expect, what the league was going to be like. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed it, apart from the umpiring. Can I say that?
Is that stupid bloody Golds being in charge of that too, is he?
I don't know.
What about the quality of the standard? I was told was very good. You've obviously played a lot. What was the quality like?
No, it was really good. Well, straight from the start, you could see that Boronia Gold were going to take out the premiership. They only dropped one game, I think, this year, and I think it was to Ringwood by a goal. But yeah, they were the standout season all year. Yeah, it was good.
Well,
I don't know what to say.
You're the standout shooter. You're a superstar on the decline. It's great to have you anyway. Lisa, well done. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Geez, you know you're a high performer when you're whinging about 464. But that's what makes stars superstars. That's where you go from good to great, and you've got those sort of standards. Well done, Lisa. Great effort. All right, time to welcome back Dyson Baker, because we're going to go through the Division 4 SEN Team of the Year. Now, I know that there's been a lot of discussion about this, as there is every year for the Teams of the Year. Dyson's going to help us out and go through the 2014 Division 4 team.
Yeah, all good. As Half said, a fair bit of conjecture about the squads and about the teams that are going to be announced tonight. We'll start with Division 4, but to help with the presentations, we'll obviously have Daniel Harford up here as a representative from SEN, but we'll also get Mark Stone, who's the promotions manager of the SEN 11-16 up here as well, to help present. We'll go line by line, and we'll start back to front, as is usually the case. Just think of Thursday night, boys. And we'll start with the full back line. The Division 4 SEN Team of the Year. Paul Giannopoulos from Ferntree Gully, Jesse Owen from Sylvan, and Tom Norton from Warrandyte. If everyone wants to come forward, we'll hold our applause to the end. The half-backs, Nick Pincott, Phil Muscat, and Tom Denham from Forest Hill. The centre line, Ross Ansaldi, Warrandyte, Chris Murphy, Sylvan, and Bryce Litchfield, Sylvan. The half forwards, Jay Sherlock from Kilsyth, Tom Harley from Park Orchards, and Ash Nolte from Forest Hill. Are we slowly making our way up, gentlemen? The full forward line, Liam Bahaja from Park Orchards, Luke Dunn from Warrandyte, obviously with 100 goals, and Kane McGarmez from the Forest Hill Football Club. The followers in the ruck, David Hand from Warrandyte, Sam Coughlin from Park Orchards, and Tyson McKenzie from the Sylvan Football Club. On the interchange, Ryan Turner from Park Orchards, Nathan Jameau from Forest Hill, Jack Ursula from Sylvan, and Bailey Fritz, at just 17 years old, is the 22nd player on our list tonight. Congratulations to the whole 22 and the SEN Division 4 Team of the Year. As it turns out, our coach and our captain are both up here as well, and we'll accept on behalf the coach of the Division 4 SEN Team of the Year from the Sylvan Football Club, Chris Murphy, and the captain from the Warrandyte Football Club, Tom Norton. Tom, I'll call you forward. Tom, not here. All right, Chris, you're up. Yeah, that's the way we like it. Obviously, a fantastic season for you as a coach, and also a player instrumental in the premiership year for Sylvan this year, or so too instrumental. You probably wouldn't admit it, but a fantastic year from Sylvan nonetheless.
Oh, it was great. It was just, it was just what you play footy for, and all these accolades up here really, they don't mean much, but when you win the premiership, that's what it's all about. So it was a great year for us. It was my first year up there, and I enjoyed it immensely. Like Big Chrissy up there, I know a lot of people give you a lot of pats on the back, mate, but you deserve them. And look, it's a great club to be involved in, and had a great time. It was good.
Now, in terms of the guys standing behind you, obviously there's a few up-and-comers, a lot of young guys. Obviously, I spoke about Bailey Fritch, Jake Ursula's up-and-coming, won your best and fairest this year. Is there anyone who really caused, obviously Jake didn't, but is there anyone who really caused you trouble in the 2 times you played him this year?
Jake caused me a lot of trouble, but all these guys behind me, obviously you've got to put your homework into it. And look, if any of you guys want to come to 3rd Division with me next year, he's more than welcome. And look, they're all
early recruiting.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Well, congratulations and a round of applause to all of our SEN Division 4 Team of the Year reps.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
We get you to stay up on stage, boys, so we can get a team photo done. We'll get Gary Sparks to come forward and get a shot done of all of you. Another round of applause for our Division 4 Team of the Year. Waiting on Gary Sparks. Hey, here he is. If we can just huddle up all as one group, boys. All good? Thanks, boys. I'd like to call up Les Ferguson, who will present the next award from Radio Eastern. It's the Clinton Gribus Media Award. While Les is coming up, I might start introducing this. It's a fantastic award that's gone to a few decent people, but my first year as media manager, and if we can have a bit of quiet, that'd be great. A team of 30 hard-working volunteers took to the airwaves week by week to broadcast some of the league's biggest matches from week to week, right up until this weekend's grand final. This year's winner continues to step up his game, hosting roles on both EFL Sunday and EFL Game Day coverage. His ability to think on his feet along with his plethora of football knowledge, makes him a double threat in the commentary box. I'll hand over to Les, who'll present the Clinton Gribus Award for winner for season 2014.
Thanks very much, Dice. Great to be here. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate the Eastern Football League Chairman, Mr Graham Halbish, and his board members, Phil Merton, and his office administrators for a great season in 2014. Just before I announce tonight's winner, the Chairman of Radio Eastern FM, Mr Ray Lawrence, would like to congratulate the Eastern Football League media team for their outstanding efforts in 2014. They are all voluntary workers, by the way, and they deserve a big, big round of applause. This is the 7th year of this prestigious award. Previous winners, Paul Hooper in 2008, Sean Kelly 2009, Ben Warren Smith 2010, Ben Waterworth in 2011, Daniel Senzik in 2012, and Damien Watson in 2013. I think a number of us here tonight know that Clinton Gribus started his radio career with me at Radio Eastern FM at a young 17-year-old. He reached the pinnacle of Australian radio broadcasting before he sadly passed away in 2008 at the age of 33. His father Vic, mother Sandra, brother Ash and family are delighted to have this award named after Clinton. This year's winner was again voted by his peers. This talented, and I mean talented, young man has taken a big step in 2014. Whether it be special comments, commentating, or hosting Eastern FM radio programs. Tonight's winner of the 2014 Clinton Gribus Eastern Football League Radio Eastern FM Media Award is Paul Semasides.
I'll make this really quick because obviously tonight is about the players and the coaches and of course the footy side of it, but as Les mentioned, to win an award voted by my peers is probably the biggest honour more than anything. I mean, we are a media team and we all work really hard. Big thanks to Ben Warren Smith and Dyson, who are too good to sit with us tonight, but they've given us the big big roles for most of the season, and I have enjoyed my third year on the media team, and this is a fantastic way to cap it off. And to receive the award from Les Ferguson, who started the EFL media team way back in 1991, was it? 1990, so 3 years before I was even born. That just shows you how long this has been going on, and it just grows legs every single year, and it's a fantastic team to be a part of, and to walk away with this award is a brilliant honour, so thank you very much.
That's how I grab a photo, mate. Paul won't be calling early next year, that's for sure. Obviously, congratulations to Paul, fantastic effort. The next lot of awards we're going to present, we may as well just jump straight into it. It's the SEN Division 3 Team of the Year. So I'll get Half and Mark Stone to stay back up here, and we'll get the next two will be the Division 3 and the Division 2. So if you were named in the squad, make sure you've got your walking legs at the ready. And we'll start with the Division 3 SEN Team of the Year. As I said, if we can get all the representatives up, and we'll hold our applause to the end, and then we'll get Gary to take a nice team photo. Starting from the back line, from the Basin Football Club, Will Gafer, Wanturna South, Jackson Freeman, Heathmont, Ryan Simpson. The half-backs, Justin Laughlin, Upper Ferntree Gully, Jez Bolton, Baronia, Daniel McDonald, Upper Ferntree Gully. The centre line, Braden Cross, Mitcham, Rob Petrarca, Mitcham, Brad Hutchison, Wanturna South. The half-forwards, Johnny Pignataro, Mitcham, Leodamat, South Belgrave, and Brent Walker, Wanturna South. The full forward line, Chris Hogle from Mitcham, Cody Morris from South Belgrave, and Anthony Mariani from Templestowe. The followers, with the ruckman, Nick Higginson from Mitcham, Matt Mariani from Templestowe, and Tim Risley from the Upper Ferntree Gully Football Club. The interchange bench of four, Dean Grice from Baronia, Ed Sim from Whitehorse, Braden Harkness from Wanturna South, and Max Kruger from the Basin. That's your SEN Division 3 Team of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. As they slowly make their way up. The coach, Premiership coach yesterday afternoon from the Wanturna South Football Club, Matt Clark. And the captain from Upper Ferntree Gully, Tim Risley. I might get Matt to come up and speak on behalf of the side. How's the head feeling?
Struggle, mate, struggle. I got to bed at 5 o'clock and we went back to the club today and tried to straighten myself up as much as I could for tonight, but yeah, really wrapped with the honours, so it's good.
Obviously, a premiership coach also helps tick the box, but some of the sides you had to beat coming through, I mean, obviously had to get over Templestowe in the last round. Was there anyone who really caused you a lot of grief that's named in that team behind you?
Oh, listen, fantastic honour for all the guys. Everyone, the depth of talent is massive at all levels of football, but every team, you know, we played this year, and it's a bit of a mixed draw because we only get some sides once, but everyone we were exposed to had great talent, and all these guys cause us drama all the time. They always do. They're good players, and that's why they're up here tonight. So, yeah. Yeah,
beautiful. I might get your captain, Tim Risley, forward as well. Don't look so happy about it, Tim. Now, Tim, obviously it was a season of almost for the Kings, you know, almost made finals, had a couple of games that could have gone either way, but it's fantastic to see Laughlin and McDonald both stood up and had stellar years. Tell us about their year.
Yeah, disappointing, finished 7th. Lost all the close ones. I think that could be a difference between a good season and not a good season, you know, just those ones we couldn't get over the line. They've got a lot of young talent coming through, so it's, yeah, the upside's massive. It's just about getting it done next year.
And now the team behind you, obviously it's a quality side on each line, and I know Otis will probably put his hand up for this, but is there anyone who you could feel would be a match winner should you run out with this side?
I couldn't pick one of them. There's like Clarkie said, there's a lot of really talented players up here, and a lot of talented players have missed out as well, so yeah, I'll say Otis.
I'm sure he'd love you for saying it. Congratulations to our SEN Division 3 Team of the Year, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Steve. We'll get Gary to huddle all the boys in and we'll get a photo taken of all of them. We'll just huddle in nice and tight, boys. Beautiful. Thanks, boys. Congratulations once again. While we're at it, we'll move straight on. The SEN Division 2 Team of the Year. Same process as we like to keep it fresh. Starting from the back line. From Doncaster East, Ash Neville, Heath Hollywood Decker from North Ringwood, and Michael Smith from Muralbark. The half-backs, Dave Eddy from Mulgrave, Matt Schimmelbush from Doncaster, and Aaron Fiora from Doncaster. The centre line, Dean Siakoulis, Mulgrave, Ben Carboni, Waverley Blues, and Matthew Sharp, Waverley Blues. The half-forward line, Curtis Dunn, North Ringwood, Jaden Van Unen, North Ringwood, and Paul Rogash, East Burwood. The forwards, Wayne McInerney from Bayswater, Brendan Wynett from Croydon, and Chris Anarkis from Doncaster. The followers, the ruckman, Ewan McKenzie from Doncaster, Jack Whelan, North Ringwood, and Josh Bolton from Croydon. And the interchange is Lee Murphy from Doncaster, Matt Polkinghorn, Muralbark, Jamie Hoffman from Croydon, and Cam Linford from Muralbark. Can I have all those boys up here? And congratulations to them as well. And while we're getting all these players up and ready to accept their awards, Premiership coach in Division 2 from the North Ringwood Football Club, Brett Moyle, is your coach of the SEN Division 2 Team of the Year. And the captain from the Waverley Blues Football Club, Ben Carboni. And Carbs as captain, I might get you to step forward, have a chat. Obviously, a first season of the Eastern Football League. How have you found the standard?
It's my first that I can really remember. I had a crack when I was 18, either side of school season, and came back. But had a taste of the country footy last year and spent 10 years in the amateurs. And I think it was about halfway through this year, sort of realised that I'd missed quite a bit of being in the AFL. I was at an amateurs final 2 weeks ago, and half the people there you get at a home and away game for the AFL, and it's just a much bigger community, and I sort of wish I'd come back a bit earlier.
Bald-headed trio in the middle of the ground, yourself, Matt Sharp, and also Matty Watts. Matty Sharp, obviously, on the wing next to you. How have you found his year?
He was absolutely flying in our B&F up until, I think, round 13 when he went down, so he missed the last 5 games, but it took probably, by his own standards, a couple of games to get going, probably by a bit of a delayed pre-season, but once he got up and going, it was pretty hard to stop. It was pretty annoying that they weren't tagging him as much.
Any of those guys that really caused you a bit of grief across the year?
From opposition?
From opposition teams?
Plenty. A massive rap for Jamie Hoffman from Croydon. Obviously, he's got the whole get-up as well. He's got the haircut and all the stickers. So it certainly looks the part, but he was a gun. Obviously, Benny Warnock was terrific as well. All the whippersnappers from North Ringwood, they drove me nuts because they're all so quick, and they all look the same as well. There's about 4 of them that all run on the outside, and they were pretty good as well. And Dean Searkillis, so I reckon it'll go pretty well later on.
Well, all the best, and congratulations to our SEN Division 2 Team of the Year.
Thanks, mate.
We'll get Gary to take a happy snap. We'll get you all to head over this side of the stage, boys. Pretty star-studded lineup in each one of these. We'll have the SEN Division 1 Team of the Year coming up a little bit later on in the evening. But we creep closer and closer to our meal break. We'll just let Gary take his photo. Congratulations once again to all our SEN Division 2, 3 and 4 Teams of the Year so far. I'll hand over to Half, and I think we're just about ready for dinner. What do you reckon, Half? Yeah. All yours.
Congratulations to all the members of the Teams of the Year. It's a great effort, great acknowledgement for a fantastic season. To the coaches, it's not easy. It's one of those jobs, coaching, trust me. Not sure why we do it, we're all mad. But we do it, I suppose, in the end because we can give something, try and give something back and because we love it. So congratulations on those acknowledgements for all the coaches as well. We'll talk more about the coaching a little bit later on in the evening. It is time for a bit of a feed. Chill out, rest up. We'll be back very shortly with plenty more. Back shortly after the break.